I just love taking something plain or outdated and turning it into stunning decor that I can display in my home, whether it's a thrift shop find or an old decor piece that I already have. Hey there, my name is Sandra, and I'd like to welcome you to the Schwovin's Nest. Figurines are always fun to upcycle, and although this elephant was pretty as is, I wanted to glam it up a bit. Using vintage brass paint and a sponge brush, I dabbed on the paint, making sure it was completely covered. It did need 2 coats. For in between the legs, I just used a small paintbrush and pounced it on to get the same effect as the sponge brush.
Remember that cafe downtown by the square? Rain was pouring, but I didn't care. You walked in and shook the water from your hair.
Once it was completely dry, I used some brown paint, dipping the brush in some water to dilute it, then wiped it back with a paper towel. The texture of the sponge brush gave the brown paint little areas to puddle in, which gave the brass paint an aged and vintage look.
And suddenly the world just wasn't there. And oh, it's just a simple thing, this love we found. Like an easy rhythm with a steady sound. With you beside me, I'm on solid ground.
I simply adore how he turned out, and he'll look great styled on a shelf or in a vignette, on a tray, on a countertop, anywhere where you want a little bit of glam, he'll be perfect. Sometimes I get a sweet surprise from thrifted items, especially since most of the stores put the price tag on the bottom. I took it off and found this to be a Lennox illumination candle holder. It could be worth anywhere from $30 to $40. I'm going to put it in my antique mall booth and see what happens, and I'll keep you posted. This piece was really unique. I found it at a garage sale for $2. It's an old style hat and coat hook, and I love the black, but not that pink print. I removed the hook and cleaned it all well, then removed as much of the paper as I could, misting it down with some water to help release the paper. Once it dried, I sanded it down a bit, but since I'm going to put another sheet of paper on top, I didn't do that too much.
The best part of me is when you're around. We talk for hours till the sun comes up, sharing secrets from a coffee cup. It's never too little.
I gave all of it one coat of black silk mineral paint to freshen it up, but I didn't bother doing the back of it.
It's never too much, just the reassuring feel of your touch. And oh, it's just a simple thing.
I went through my stash of decorative paper and found this one, which I think is perfect to add a vintage style to the hook. Plus, it has just the right amount of color to it. I love the brown and black and white combo with the scroll pattern. I used Mod Podge on the board, then misted the back of the paper to ensure it didn't get any wrinkles. Using a squeegee helped to smooth it all down and get any excess water or glue out from underneath.
Love we found, like an easy rhythm with a steady sound. With you beside me, I'm on solid ground. The best part of me.
Once the paper was dry, I sanded down the edges to remove the excess paper. Then it was time to put the hook back on.
'Cause when you're around, all the crazy in the world just fades away. You're the quiet light that saves the day. I didn't know I was looking, but you were the answer anyway. And oh, it's just a simple thing, this love we found.
For a final touch, I used BELLE Gilding Wax in the bronze color to blend the hook and the board together better. The hook already had some bronze shading on it, so the wax was the perfect complement.
Like an easy rhythm with a steady sound.
I think this hook would look amazing in a foyer with other hooks and vintage items, or you could place it in a bedroom to hold decorative clothing or a blanket, or even use it to hang a basket with greenery. It's so pretty with the glossy black. I think it'll fit in just about any style of decor. I have been painting decorative objects for years and years. I think this one is probably about 30 years old. It's been sitting in my stash of stuff, so I figured it was about time. Using the color Sawmill Gravy, chalk mineral paint by BELLE, and a sponge brush again, it will only need one good coat. But I'm going to make sure that you can't see any of the dark gray or purple. I love using BELLE chalk paint. For that matter, I love using all types of name brand chalk paint because they are superior to regular paints, and usually you can get everything covered really well with one coat, which in the long run is going to save you money on the cost of paint. If you're interested in any more of the BELLE colors or paint products that they have, I've got a link for the Canada and the US down in my description box. If you like the look of stone or concrete, using a sponge brush is the perfect tool to get it. It's a very subtle texture, but it can be easily enhanced by using multiple colors on your project. This second color is a shade of white called Gardenia, and I'm adding it all over the pot without covering it completely. I want to see the first color peeking through. For the third color, I'm going to use putty. It's a soft, warm, light brown, which added so much more depth to the texture of the pot.
With you beside me, I'm on solid ground. The best part of me is when you're around.
I recommend starting with light touches of all the colors on top of the base coat. You can always add more, but it's a little harder to take it away. I started very light with the putty and then deepened it in some spots to make it look like natural weathering of the pot. These sponge brushes are just from the Dollar Tree, but I'm going to invest in a better set eventually, probably in the near future. So if you've had any luck with some more expensive and more durable sponge brushes, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to know. I'm also going to be checking out some on Amazon, so I'll probably have a few different styles listed in my Amazon store shortly. This pot would look amazing with some florals in it, but you could also use it just for storage, maybe on your desk for some rulers and pencils, in your craft room for some paintbrushes, or put it outside on your front porch and put a real plant in it. It could also be used as an herb pot on your windowsill. There is no shortage of glass pieces at thrift shops. For some reason, nobody likes them anymore. I think they are the perfect canvas to create a unique item that can be useful for display, or you can use it for something special, like this little bowl. I'm giving it a coat of Fusion Ultra Grip because the glass is really slippery, and I want to ensure that the paint stays on. I should have used this for the elephant too, because I did have a little bit of that brass paint peeling off when I was putting the brown paint on it. We address the prices at thrift shops. They are completely nuts. This piece was listed at $5.99 for a small glass bowl. Fortunately, I didn't pay that. I got 30% off because I'm a senior now. I just turned 60 years old a couple of months ago, and the only day I shop at Value Village now is on Tuesday when it is Seniors Day. Goodwill prices are still okay, not too bad. The Salvation Army tends to be the cheapest out of everything, and sometimes they have the most selection too. Once the bowl was completely dry, I tried a new color of paint from DIXIE BELLE. It's their chalk mineral paint line again, and it's called Cactus, a beautiful deep shade of green. It's sort of got an olivey tone to it, and I really love how it dried, a little bit darker than what you see here. I did have to apply 2 coats because glass is funny that way. It's clear, so you usually need 2 to 3 coats to make the color opaque. Then, using an acrylic paint called Spun Gold and my trusty sponge brush one more time, I'm going to lightly add the gold paint so it only hits the raised areas of the bowl. That way, the green will still show through. I chose to leave the interior of the bowl just green, and I love how this bowl turned out. It would be great in a bathroom on the counter with a candle in it, or maybe some bath salts, maybe as a trinket dish on your bedroom dresser or side table, or even in the kitchen to hold your rings when you do the dishes. Pieces like this can definitely be decorative and useful all at the same time. This picture is another project that I did a while ago, and now it's time to redo it and make it look even better. I'm starting off with 2 coats of white chalk paint, and at first I used this fan brush, but I didn't like how the brush strokes were staying noticeable. So for the second coat, I switched to the sponge brush. After the paint had completely dried, I used 1 silicone leaf design stamp and some black mineral paint to stamp a design onto the picture. It was easy to rock the stamp on the rounded surface with the acrylic block that I put it on. Do you all remember the scrapbooking days? I have a ton of rubber and silicone stamps, plus a bunch of these blocks too. So I've got to start using them a little more often. I think it would be fun to create different designs and patterns on different projects like this, but also put them on tissue paper and use them for decoupage. I used the sponge brush again to add a minimal amount of paint to the stamp, but if you have an ink pad the color you want, that could be easily used as well. The black ink pad I have is more of a blue black, and I wanted a true black for this design. I don't show you this very often, but all of my projects in most of my videos, wherever there is paint on a slippery object or it's just something that I want to protect, I usually put a clear matte or gloss or semi-gloss sealer, depending on what I have on hand at the time, and that ensures that nothing will peel, flake, or crack off. Although the pitcher can't be used for liquids, it's a perfect vessel for artificial or real flowers, as a utensil holder in the kitchen, or simply placed on a shelf for some whimsical decor to brighten up your space. Thanks so much for spending some of your time with me today. I know in this world we are so busy, but I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you like what you saw today, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and the notification bell buttons so you don't miss out on anything else I have to share. Bye for now.